BeastMaster is currently the most broken DPS class in the entire Brute Protocol Star Resonance and is significantly better than even the second best DPS in the entire game by a landslide amount. You often see people on the Chinese servers specifically recruiting for the BeastMaster's DPS class because its DPS capability is just significantly miles higher than any other class. With that being said, in this videos, I'm going to be giving you a complete BeastMaster's guide and rundown so you can do damage unlike any other and easily top the DPS chart in Brute Protocol Star Resonance. Welcome to the channel, be sure to subscribe. This is Tenten. And this right here is my VTuber where I play other games. But I also stream regularly on Twitch, so if you have any questions, you can ask me live over there on I'm101010. BeastMaster is the best DPS in the entire Brute Protocol Star Resonance. It is a ranged DPS that have very good burst and very good sustained damage. It main play styles involving using your wolf to do damage. The wolf pretty much contribute to majority of your damage. The wolf contribute to about 75% of your damage, while your personal damage contribute to the other 25%. The main stat for Beastmasters is going to be agility, mastery, and haste. Mastery is going to be the main focus stat, especially in early game, as this allows you to increase your pet damage, followed by haste. You do not need to build crit on Beastmasters because your skills are already guaranteed to crit. Later on in some of the talent, you're able to see that in under here, the wolf is already bound to do crit damage, as well as followed by this one. Arrow Rain and Light Secret Arrow are bound to deal crit damage. These basically mean that they're guaranteed to crit. This is not really well translated on the English server. Your primary skills that you're going to want to equip are going to be Torn Volley, Arrow Rain, Wild Call, and finally Focus. Storm Arrow is always going to be your #1 priority skills to level up. This is where you want to pump the majority of your skill book on. Something about skill book is that the difference between stage 2 to stage 3 is significantly bigger than like 1 to 2 or even like 3 to 4. So you want to prioritize getting this to stage 3 first. Afterward, you want to get every single skill to stage 3 before you pump Storm Arrow to stage 6 for similar reason. The way Beastmaster work is that you're going to have this light gauge that you can fill up by casting your basic attack, your skills, or your arrow rain. And when it's finally full, what you will notice is that the amount of storm arrow you can cast go up to 5, and your next storm arrow that you cast will allow you to enter the enhanced light mode. So I'm going to cast a storm arrow and this is going to start going down. And then it will allow my storm arrow to be significantly more spammable while I'm in this mode. Just like that. Storm Arrow is going to be your special attack. It initially comes with 2 stacks, but when you are full on your light gauge and you're able to enter your light enhanced mode, it will instead go up to 5 stacks, which allow it to be significantly more spammable. Storm Arrow interact with many of your other skills and is the bread and butter of the Beastmaster class. Torrent is going to be your first skills. Torrent interact with this small arrow under your gauge right here, and when you have 30 stacks, your next torrent will become this like weird looking icon thing, which is like the enhanced version. And when you cast this, it will instantly consume all the stacks to fill up your light gauge back all the way to maximum. Otherwise, you want to use torrent when your gauge is being consumed, because torrent will temporarily pause the gauge consumption like this, and it will fill up actually a little higher, allow you to continue to stay in your enhanced light mode a little longer. You'll also notice this stack counter under the gauge that gets slowly filled up. This gets slowly filled up whenever you're in the enhanced light mode. So right now I'm out of the mode and you can see I'm stuck at 12 stacks. But once I'm able to re-enter the enhanced light mode again by casting my arrow rain and my special attack, you're able to see that the gauge will slowly start ticking up again. So 13, 14, 15, and it just go up 1 per second. And the idea of Torrent is that you want to use this to extend how long you're in the light mode so that you're able to get more of these light gauges. Arrow Rain is the primary skills that you use to fill up your gauge. You pretty much just spam this off cooldown and it's mostly used to fill up your gauge. One thing to note is that the Arrow Rain cooldown will actually get reduced whenever your wolf does a coordinated attack. So in a large amount of mob, you can actually spam the Arrow Ring as the cooldown will significantly get reduced very fast. Wild Call. This skill summon a bird or a boar. The bird is pretty bad, the boar is significantly better, and it is completely RNG. It will also summon a secondary red wolf to assist you alongside with battle. You're able to recast this skill very quickly after using it to summon command your wolf to do a special attack that does a little bit of damage. For the most part, this skill is just a skill that you cast off cooldown. Finally, Focus. Focus is the bread and butter of your burst, and you want to cast Focus right before you start bursting. When you cast Focus, you'll get a large amount of haste, but most importantly is that your special skill cooldown will get reduced by half. Combine this with the special enhanced light mode, it allows you to spam your special skills significantly faster with almost no cooldown, and this is the bread and butter of Beastmaster's Burst. Finally, Beastmaster's Ultimate. Your ultimate skill summon this like gigantic sphere that is very good for grouping. However, most importantly is that it applies vulnerability onto the enemy, so the enemy will be taking a little more damage. There's also a secret luck build for Wolf Bow that you can do. However, this is extremely pay to win, and I only recommend doing this if you know exactly what you're doing. And this is utilizing the Storm Goblin. Now this build, it only works if you have this battle with a tier 5. This is because when you have this at tier 5, you're able to reduce the cooldown of your resonance skills every single time you summon a meteor, and you're able to summon a meteor whenever you crit. The thing with Wolf Bow is that because you have so many attack, this is actually a secret build where you build luck and you build crit instead of mastery, and you use this meteor to do damage. This build I'll cover in a separate video, so be sure to subscribe. However, this is not a recommended playstyle for all the free-to-play player out there. For auto battle settings, I recommend at least putting the basic attack as well as the special attack onto the auto battle mode at least, so that you're able to just spam these skills a lot easier without carpal tunnel. The game also kind of does spam it a lot faster than you, but just make sure to turn auto battle off before you enter the enhanced light photo state, just because you want to have more refined control on your actual burst. When you don't have skill cooldown, you kind of just can spam the auto battle mode. If you really want to, you can also put the wild call on auto battle, and if you're really lazy, you can additionally put focus and the torrent on the auto battle mode. The game is actually smart enough to cast torrent only when your stack is running out, so you can see it doesn't cast the torrent skills until I get to 44 stacks, and then it automatically casts it to refill a little bit. So the game is actually pretty smart in terms of that sense, but it's not smart enough to know not to cast the enhanced torrent skills. So therefore, I personally still choose to have the torrent skill off the auto battle mode. But if you're really lazy, that is something you could do. If you're extremely lazy though, you can also consider just putting all the core skills on auto battle. You can still do a very good amount of damage on Beastmasters like that. Let's talk about bursting on Beastmasters. Bursting on a Beastmaster involves usually using your focus as well as entering the enhanced light photo state at the exact same time to spam your special attack. Usually, if I'm really close to getting focus off cooldown and I'm really close to getting my stacks up, I'll just sit there to auto attack to wait so I can time my burst a little better. Ideally, you want to have wild call and the other two skills off cooldown as well, but having focus off cooldown is going to be your must. Right? Your burst sequence start with your ultimate, followed by your 2 battle wheel summon. And then you're gonna want to enter focus state and your wild call, summon your wolf. And from here, you want to maintain spamming your special attack as well as entering your light mode for extended period as long as possible. So your goal here is just to use arrow rain as well as torrent to continuously refill your gauge so that you can stay in the enhanced photos light mode as long as possible. And then you want to basically just spam your special attack and maybe wild call when it's back to cooldown. When your focus is on cooldown, you just want to spam special attack and arrow rain to basically go back to the enhanced mate, and then since your focus is on cooldown, you're just going to go enter and spam without the focus state. Here's going to be a quick rundown of the talent page. As always, for the first page, you should have every single skill maxed out, and moving on, here's going to be the second page. I'll explain these skills very slowly. With that being said, hopefully you have fun playing the best DPS class by far in Brute Protocol Star Resonance Beastmasters. If you have more questions or you would like more guide in terms of progression and stuff like that, I plan on making a bunch of all of these guys, so let me know what you would like to see in the comment below. And with that being said, thanks for watching this video. As always, I'll see you guys all next time. Just be sure to subscribe before you head out.